Hey there folks, this is Josh, Stoney Ridge Farmer. Welcome back to another beautiful day here on the Stoney Ridge Farm. If you haven't seen the Red Yoda is a new addition to the farm. I have a bit of a newfound Toyota pickup obsession. Man, they just make great little work trucks for the farm for sure. So after visiting Eustace Conway the other week, and he's got several Toyotas up there, I decided, you know what? I'm gonna get me a couple Toyota pickups to zip around on the farm. And they've been handy. So today's video is gonna be a little bit fun, a little bit informative, and we're gonna use some equipment. So today I've got to get all of this old crusty hay, all these bales, sorted out. In other words, getting them sorted out means getting the strings out and kind of spreading them out on the land. And I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about here. So you guys can see the cows off in the distance. This hay is not for feed. So this is not feed quality. This is nasty old garbage hay, pretty much. But what does nasty old garbage hay do for dead spots in the land? We throw them on there, and next thing you know, we've got good green grass growing. So the goal here is to take the skid loader and peck through these bales, pull out as much string as we can. And we've got some hay that's still good, like that's usable, edible hay. If there's something that I can use, I'll use it. I'll toss it over the fence to the cows. If there's something that I can't use, then we'll be spreading it out. And we've got hay piles all over the place. So there's one big pile right here. If you look out across the farm, there are two big piles right there. There's another 3 huge piles over here. And then there's another big one off in the distance right there. So lots of work to get done today. And basically all we're doing is spreading out biomass on the land. So if you guys are new to the channel and new to what we're doing here, this is a regenerative farm. Regenerative meaning I'm not putting out fertilizer, I'm not putting out lime unless I have to. I'm putting out a minimal amount of grass seed, and most of my grass seed is coming from hay bales like this. So we're rolling out hay bales to our cows, and we're helping to build the soil. I live in the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains of North Carolina, also known as the Piedmont region of North Carolina, right on the border there. And all of this land was old tobacco land, which had been farmed to death. That's why people moved out west, because this land is no good. It's not good for growing grass, crops, anything, unless you're just pounding it with fertilizer. And that's not what we're down with. So we're gonna build soil today, we're gonna have fun, and we're gonna put the new skid loader to work. Guys, I'm still looking for a name for the skid loader, so post a comment down there and tell me what I should name that little critter. Bumblebee and Old Yeller are my top 2 right now. Right on, let's get to work. Chickies, chickies. Before we get in the skid loader, I want to show you guys some of the cool toys that I've got up here. So this is Big T, the TYM T1104 tractor. It's a 110 horsepower beast of a tractor, man. Love that machine. And it has the pasture drag on it. So tomorrow I'm going to be dragging pastures over here on this side of the farm because I just moved the cows today. If you tuned in to the Facebook live stream, you will see that video. Guys, I'm doing live streams nearly every day over on Facebook. So if you're on Facebook and you'd like to see that, jump in. Even if you're not on there, I think you can still find them and you can watch the live streams that I'm doing. And that's just basically all about the cows over there. So this is the Gale, the new skid loader just picked up. And we got a couple other pieces of equipment in here. The ATV with the wild hair loader system on there, the TYM T254. I've got a welder trailer, welder generator over here. That's from Northern Tool brand. And got a couple other pieces of equipment, the side-by-side, skiddy bop, the little skid steer, and the Ventrac. They're all up here in the tractor shed. So this is where the tractors live for now. And the mega shop is gonna go right here. Cool, let's fire up the Gale and get her out. Speed bump. What do you think? I need you to post some comments. Tell me what you think about what's going on here. I am having a little bit of trouble shaking these bales out. Got a lot of trash in here, like trashy hay, but some of this hay is good. I'm actually gonna take some of it over and I'm gonna dump it into the cow pasture there. The cows can eat that stuff up. If we can turn it into manure, then we might as well use it for manure instead of just hay. But I've got my work cut out for me. It looks like I'm gonna have a little bit of handwork to do after this. Hope you guys are enjoying the video. Please hit that like button. Consider subscribing to the channel. I'd love to have you back. It made a mess, man. Oh, man. Guys, I didn't quite expect it to be that difficult to bust up these hay bales. I got the desired result, but man, it's gonna take me a little bit longer and I've got to get a mask. Let me show you what we've got going here. So this is the result of what I was trying to do. So what I was trying to do really was pick out all of the hay string and net wrap that was in here because I don't want the cows to eat that. There are no cows over here. This is my experimental area. Let me show you what it looked like before in case you forgot. So that's what it looked like before, and you can see it's just an entangled mess of rotten hay bales. That stack was not as rotten as this stack was. So when I get to picking through here, what happens is this hay string, I call it hay string, but this net wrap will get hung up, and it's already kind of degrading a little bit. It'll get hung up in the forks on that grapple, and that's a Titan Attachments grapple. Titan has agreed to give us a discount code. In every video, I have a link down there with a discount code to Titan Attachments in case you guys want to get yourself a grapple. But what I'm doing is plucking through there with that claw and shaking it all over myself and all over the ground. So you can see what that big pile looked like compared to what I've done here. And what I'm finding is there's gonna be a bit more manual work. In other words, I'm gonna have to shake some of this out by hand. That's what I'm gonna do next, is just get out here and shake it out on the bare spots. The machine is great. It's good for busting this stuff up, but it's tearing the land up a little bit too. It's also stirring it into the land just a little bit, but you can see there's a big difference in this versus that big pile. And what I want to do is cover up these red land bare spots. And what I needed to do was have a little bit more rotten hay. So over the winter, this will get rained on, snowed on, sleeted on, freezing, thaw, all that stuff, and we'll cover up spots like that right there. So I've got some legwork to do. Now, there's a little bit of a different game going on over here on this side, and I'm learning as I go here. So guys, I know you're gonna tell me how I did that wrong and what I need to do and everything about that, but it's okay. I think it looks great. I think it spread out good. Probably would be a better idea to maybe get my manure spreader and load these up in the manure spreader, but I'm afraid they'll get bound up because they're really tightly rolled. So in other words, one of these big rolls right here gets hung up in the manure spreader, it's liable to break something. So that's why I'm not doing that. I am trying to work smarter, not harder. However, sometimes you just got to bust out the manual labor, guys. That's just what it's all about. This was fun, and you can see I had some good hay, so I tossed it over there to the cows. A lot of this is good hay. The cows could pick their way through this and eat it, but I'm afraid that they'd get strings in their gut, and that's a bad, bad thing. So the skid loader did a great job. Really, really happy with it. So far, man, having this track skid loader, if I'd have been doing that in the wheeled loader, we'd have just been spinning tires the whole time versus just cruising along with this machine with the track. So really, really happy with the 210. Awesome, awesome machine. Got a little bit more work to do. For sure, for sure. It's a good thing this is a Thursday vlog, not the big show on the weekend, but I think I did a good job. Let's look real close. So sun's going down, you can really see the shadows and everything on here, but I think it did a pretty good job. I've just got to get out here and shake this out. Sometimes you can't get it all done just by using equipment like this. So that's what we've got. This area right here, give it 2 years. It'll take 2 years for it to recover. And this area will be a beautiful grassy knoll. And what the goal is to fill in some of these spots. So what you don't know, or what you may or may not know, I put manure all down through here and I ran out about right there. This was forest, and this was a huge embankment, like 8 feet tall. So we've come so far, come a long, long way, and there's gonna be a pond right here, a future pond site, about a 5-acre lake. Gonna be absolutely gorgeous, guys. So that's it. That's what's going on the Stoney Ridge farm today. I will not go over and shake those bales out. I will go over and make sure those bales are in a ditch. They're in a gully. They're filling in a hole. I will make sure I get all the string that I can possibly get out of that hay over there, because the cows will be over there in about 3 days. So they'll get in, they'll wrestle with it, they'll butt it around, but as long as I don't have any of the hay string exposed, we should be totally fine. So a lot of folks asked about that and what I was gonna do and how I needed to spread it, and I need to put it on a manure spreader, and I need to do this and need to do that. But my idea was to do exactly what I'm doing, and it worked. Guys, post some comments. Tell me what you think. I'd love to have you back here on the Stoney Ridge Farm. Please pound that like button, jump in, subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel, and we'll see you next time in a new video. I'm super happy to have the cows out here in front of the house. I wake up in the morning, and these guys will only be out here for 2 or 3 days, but I wake up in the morning and I get to see my cows. That's really, really nice. Part of good farm living. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll see you next time on the Stoney Ridge. Regenerative farming at its best. This is what it takes. Work. Good times. See you next time. Woo! Well, come on down to the Stoney Ridge. Bring your wife and bring your kids. We're living life pure and sweet. That's the way it's supposed to be, Stoney Ridge. Woo! Ooh, don't roll off. Where we're going, we don't need roads, but we might need 4-wheel drive. Excuse me. Ooh. Oh, there's a blooper. I pooted and then I sat down on my earmuffs. Woo. Oh, get ready for a surprise.